Let's talk about this iPad case. This is the family iPad. It is a 10th generation 11-inch. It fits perfectly in this case. It gets used by my toddler boys as well as my husband and I, and just with all the use that it gets, I wanted to make sure that my iPad was protected and safe. Make sure that it had the longest life possible. So I decided to go with this case, and it reminded me a lot of an Otterbox case. I've had a lot of Otterbox cases for my phones, have loved them. This is a great comparison, but for an iPad. I love just like the super sturdy plastic material that you have here. And you have that as well in the stand right here. And then you have this nice rubber, so it protects the base. When your iPad gets dropped, the bounce will kind of absorb, and so it won't impact the iPad as badly when it does get dropped. It is 3 pieces, so but the nice thing is 2 pieces stay together as you put the iPad in. What I love about this is, especially with these harder cases, it can be really hard to kind of pull on these edges sometimes. As you get to like using it more, it gets easier. But at first, when you need to pop these out, you have this little tool. So it protects your fingers and your fingernails, especially if you're a nail person. This is great. That pops out those edges. And then you can just pull off the rest of the case here. And then my iPad, again, like I said, sits snugly inside. Which I love. So there's that. And then when you're ready to put it in, you just slide it right in and it fits nice and snug, but it's not like really hard to get in or anything. See my 2 little boys and their babies in there. Okay, and then again, just pop this right on top. These all snap into place. Snap those into place, and this is ready to go. There is a screen protector on the inside. You could, if you wanted to, pop it out. It is like glued around the edge. If you didn't want it, that's fine, but like it's really easy, like I can show you, to manipulate without it. Or with it, excuse me. And so I don't think you would need to remove it. Like I show you, it's really easy to use. When it comes to like all the edges that it protects, these are really, really deep. And so like if you decide to use this like in the kitchen while you're like maybe you're using it to make something with a recipe, it's going to keep things from getting inside. When your kids are snacking and using the iPad, things are going to be harder to get inside those speakers and everything, but they're still exposed. When it comes to an angled charger, you're not going to be able to get it in here. It's just too deep. You're going to need a straight charger. But otherwise, I think it's really great. You have a nice pencil holder here on the back for your Apple Pencil. Here you have this stretchable strap, so if you wanted to hold it, you can easily use this. So summer salespeople or presentation or whatever, this is nice. You as well have the stand, like I mentioned earlier, really sturdy, so you can prop it up as you're using it. You as well get a strap, so if you wanted to allow your child to hang it around their neck and allow them to carry it around, you can do that. You can put that horizontally or vertically and just loop those through there and use that. But I think this is a really, really good option. Again, I think it's really good quality. It fits the iPad perfectly. I think it's definitely worth the money. It's not too expensive, very affordable, cheaper than the name brand, as I was talking about earlier. But yeah, super high quality. Definitely would recommend it.